Hello, fairy tale fangs, and welcome back to my swamp. Although today we're not going to be talking about Shrek toys. It's the brand new Zootopia 2 toys. Oh, come on, you guys knew I couldn't resist Zootopia. I love seeing Nick and Judy back on the shelves with new action figures. Although I won't lie, I was a little worried for a moment. Toy Fair, Comic-Con, even Destination D23 came and went without a peep from Disney regarding Zootopia 2 merchandise. It really looked like it wasn't going to get action figures. And then all of a sudden, new Zootopia figures have started hitting the shelves with no prior announcement. There's basic figure packs, there's vehicles, little cars, all sorts of products. And it kind of amazes me that in present day, the age of the internet, you can keep an entire toy line secret until street date. I don't know, that is just kind of wild to me. But not as wild as these animals right here. Good segue. So I went to Target hoping to find some of these Zootopia figures. They had one multi-pack the employee was stocking. This was the last one left. Apparently a full case of these had gone out and they had all sold. So I made sure to grab this one. So I took this set to the front register and it rang up at $24.99. $24.99. It almost feels cruel to even do a review on these toys. What bad thing could I possibly say about a toy with this price point? I thought it was a glitch in the register. I know there's a toy sale going on this week at Target. If you spend like $40 or $50, it takes money off. I thought maybe I had triggered that sale since I was buying some Christmas presents. No, it was $24.99 before the sale. So then the sale kicked in at the register, and this was $14.99. I want you to look at how much plastic you're getting here. And these are not like PVC Disney store style figures like we've seen from Zootopia. These are articulated 4-inch action figures. You can get the entire line for $25. Even cheaper if you know how to do the sales. That is insane. That is just completely insane. So I have to preface this review with that because basically any critique I give is null and void with a price point that good. That is early 2000s level pricing. You know, these toy companies say labels going up, plastics going up. Explain this. I mean, $25, you're getting the whole movie in a box here. Like, I don't need to go out and buy the individual packs. I don't even know how much the 2 packs are, but they couldn't possibly compete with a set like this. Now, this set here is only at Target, so this video is also kind of like a PSA to a lot of my viewers that I know are very excited about new Zootopia toys. Don't rush out to Walmart and buy the 2 packs. Buy the gift set because you'll end up with doubles. And this gift set not only is a good value, but it's the only way to get a figure that I know you guys all really want. And that is Gazelle, making her debut in action figure form for Zootopia. So this is very exciting. We're going to flip the camera around and I'm going to open this toy up. So join me as we venture into the fantastic Zootropolis known as Zootopia. Alright, so look at all these exciting characters. It's a whole bunch of fun in a box. Here is Nick in his sporty new fit. I really like it with the glasses and the bucket hat. Wait a second, that's my thing, Nick. You're stealing my bucket hat style. Here's Judy looking pretty snazzy, although her name pill fell off of the box. Finnick from the first movie, remember him when he's a baby? Looks like he's going to be the baby again, spoilers. And Gary, our new lead who will be tagging along with Nick and Judy. I guess his last name is DeSnake. Gary DeSnake, I like that. And then here's a colorful new render of Nick and Judy. They really upped the saturation for this one. Nick and Judy have never looked so vibrant, and I quite like it. I mean, look at Nick with the pink and the glasses. He's looking Miami Vice-like. Maybe it's just those blue teal palm trees out there, but yeah, that is fantastically 80s. I love it. Okay, here is our new big bad, Hog Bottom. We have not seen much of this character, but that's our new villain. And of course, Gazelle. The reason I bought this set, let's not lie, I do love Shakira, and Parbort Linksley. He's also a new character, so a lot of new in this set. And then on the back here, we have some colorful graphics actually on the side. Let's let's give the graphic designer of this toy line some credit, because they did a nice job with all the monorails and the little animals. And then going to the back, we have a advertisement here for the other gift set. So again, aside from those 2 packs, you can buy another gift set that will give you Nibbles, Maple Stick, and Clawhauser, as well as some variants of Nick and Judy. So there's Nick without his hat and glasses, and Judy without her hat. But come to think of it, Gary and Pobbert are the same. So if you want to buy all these figures through multi-packs, you are going to end up with doubles, unfortunately. But again, that price point is so good, I almost, like, just don't care at all. Like, I looked at this set, and when someone had found this initially online, they didn't post a price, and I really thought it was going to be $50. I mean, look at this. It's impressive, but okay, let's actually get the thing open and play with our toys. Now, a little bit of a recap, the original Zootopia movie, it had a real shelf presence. I mean, Target went all out. Unfortunately, the toys just did not sell that well. And if you want to know all about the failure of the original Zootopia toys, watch my YouTube video on it. It's a bit of an old video, but it still holds up well. And it's pretty interesting how Zootopia made a ton of money at the box office, but its toys didn't do well. The reason Zootopia toys failed the first time around is that they made too many of these side characters, and Nick and Judy were impossible to get. And what I noticed with this new line is because it's all multi-packs and 2-packs, Nick and Judy are present across the entire toy line. Like, you can't not get a Nick and Judy with these toys, and I think that is brilliant. I think that is great. Everyone's going to be able to get the heroes they want, alongside some of the fun supporting cast here. And oh my god, look how fun this is. Like, this is just fun. You know, you're not going to get collector quality toys. You're not going to get, like, you know what, I actually have right off camera here. You're not going to get, like, Revel Tech Nick here. I mean, this is a collector quality adult collector toy. But this is fun, and I feel like that's what's missing from a lot of the toy aisle these days, is just good, cheap fun. Toys that are affordable and durable and playable and fun, and that's what this looks like. And, you know, I can't help but not look at these toys and see it from the point of view as someone who is obsessed with the Shrek franchise, and wonder, would I be happy and content if I got toys like this for Shrek, with a Shrek and a Fiona and a Puss in Boots? And the answer is yes, I would love that. You know what? We've gotten this far in the video, and I actually don't know who manufactured these toys. Let's get the box back over. It didn't even occur to me once to look. Okay, Jazwares. These are made by Jazwares. Okay, I mean, they're a big player in the toy industry. It's an interesting choice. I thought it would be Just Play. These look like something Just Play would make. Yeah, Jazwares did a really good job with these. They look fun. Now, they also look difficult to remove from the packaging. It's that crinkly type thing. So, in order to save my entire viewer base using headphones from losing their hearing, we are gonna snap our fingers, and the toy is magically gonna be opened. All right. Okay, the toy is now opened. All you missed out on was a lot of crinkling. And I found this strange paper in the packaging, and it says, questions or concerns, do not return to store. Jazwares support. So I guess they don't want you bringing this back. They want to deal with you themselves. But let's throw away all that trash there and look at the main event. Oh my god, where do we begin with all of these exciting figures? I want to start with Nick. Okay, so here is Nicholas P. Wilde in his wonderful new fit, and these figures are very sturdy. The sonic welding, like on the head, is really solid, and then you've got ball joints for the arms and legs. You know, you don't have any hinges or butterfly joints or anything fancy like that, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. And check this out. So here's Nick, right? And then if you want to see what Tomy was selling people back in 2016 for a comparison, yeah, it's no contest. The new one is a direct upgrade. And that's if you were even able to find this guy, because he was tough to get. But check this out. This is an interesting comparison. So Tomy actually released a concept Nick figure based off of concept artwork that was later used as the basis for the Zootopia 2 outfit. So in a weird way, we already owned a Zootopia 2 Nick figure, and now we can directly compare them. Again, though, the new one is a lot better. And I love the bucket hat with the little fish on it. Like, I don't know what role that's going to play in the movie. My headcanon is that Nick just bought this in, like, the Marsh district of Zootopia because he thought it was so snazzy. And his hands are like, look at my hat, okay? I paid a lot of money for this hat. I bet you didn't know Nick is a big Team Fortress 2 player, and he paid $25 for this hat. But, yeah, it's very fun. Oh, look, you can actually see they sculpted in the little palm fronds on his Hawaiian short, but they didn't paint them. I bet you if some customizer had mad skills, they could actually paint the full Hawaiian print on there. But Nick not having his Hawaiian print is, you know, kind of a constant with these toys. They never seem to have them. But another interesting comparison I want to do is Nick with the Mattel Nick from last year. Now, when these Mattel Zootopia figures came out, I really thought it meant Mattel would do the Zootopia 2 line, but it seems they did not. And the Mattel figure is a little bigger, a little more detailed, especially the tail. I think Mattel edges out in this contest and wins by, you know, an inch or a centimeter, because I do really like that Mattel Nick. I've talked about it before on some of my older Zootopia figures, that it was one of my favorite Nick figures because the head sculpt alone was so amazing. But the new one, you know, it's like comparing apples to oranges. He's in a new outfit, it's a different version of the character, and both are good. You know, in the wise words of Miguel and Tulio, both are good. I am always going to find a time to reference Road to El Dorado in these videos. Never doubt me, people, never doubt me. Okay, but what is Nick without his hippity-hoppity crime-fighting partner, Judy, the cop, who doesn't seem to want to stand very well? Oh no, bunny down, bunny down. All right, we're going to have to hold Judy here. So she is going to require a little bit of balance, but her hips, are they on a ball joint? I can't really tell. They feel like they're going to snap. They're on a hinge, so she can go out with her legs and do the splits because she's crazy athletic, but they can't, yeah, they don't want to split like this. They feel like they're going to break, so you don't quite have as much movement as Nick. But her arms, you know, they're on a ball joint and they're nice. And can I just say, wow, that head sculpt is beautiful for Judy. That is an amazing head sculpt, because I'm looking right off camera right now at the 2016 figure, and it's really sad, people. It's really sad. Okay, technically the 2016 one is a good figure. It's got sculpted fur. A lot of the detail is there, even more detail than the new one. It's got the texture on the face. Look how it starts light gray and it goes dark and gets darker at the ears. Like, this is technically a better figure, but it doesn't capture any of Judy's personality at all. And this is packed with personality. This is Judy at her most adorable. I mean, the hat with the ears back, it is great. And then also here is the 2024 Mattel Judy, and they honestly look really similar. Like, okay, the head sculpt is obviously very different, but if you look at the body and the articulation, because this one also has legs that go out with ball-jointed shoulders. You know, the construction is similar, but once you get to the head, that's where things get very different. And this one I'm a little split on. The Mattel one is still good. I'm still going to go to bat for the Mattel figures. I do really like them, and I think if Mattel had the license for Zootopia 2, they would have done a very decent effort. But Jazwares was who we got, and they decided to do a more stylized and toony aesthetic, and it totally works in Zootopia's favor. You know, even though these characters are CGI and they're supposed to have a lot of detail, like, if you look at this one, they even got the mesh on her chest plate. It's crazy the detail they packed in there. This one is much toonier, but that is okay because it works. And, you know, again, I ask myself, would I be okay with Shrek toys in this style? And the answer is yes. I would love to see Shrek toys that look like this. I'm jealous of all you Zootopia super fans getting these epic, cheap cartoon figures because, you know, as a Shrek collector, sometimes it feels like I'm in the Mojave Desert at times. But there's Nick and Judy, and I'm so happy they're here and they're available, you know? With that first movie, Nick and Judy were impossible to get. These two figures right here. If you were around in 2016, you didn't see these. They were eventually available on eBay, but by then the line had already come and gone and did not do too well. But these, I mean, these are great. And then I wonder if they fit in the old cop car, which I also just happen to have right off camera. So here's the Cruiser. And if you've never seen this, this was a late release in the 2016 line. It was honestly really rare. And it's got this cool slot right here where their tails can sit in. Like, okay, let's look at the 2016 figures. Like Nick here. In his yellow he didn't wear in the movie. You know, he fits in nicely. It's great. The only thing we didn't get was, we never got Nick in his cop outfit, which is a shame. And it looks like we won't be getting that this time, because he's in his snazzy new outfit, but... yeah, this, this doesn't work. He looks like he's driving a Mario Kart. Maybe Judy? Wait a second. We have something here. Yep. Nick's like, what do we do, Carrots? We've grown up. We're too big for the cause. Ever heard of this? They call it the late mammal growth sport, where they just become twice as big overnight and can no longer fit in their little police cruisers. But it still works as a fun display piece. Like, you can... hey, since Judy has trouble standing up, why don't we just set her up against her cruiser? Like so. And then Nick goes right there. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to mention, her new outfit. I like it. I think it's really nice. It's really classy. I do really like the original design of the police uniform. This kind of funky, spandexy, superhero-looking uniform. It was never really like a regular cop outfit she wore, but I love that they came up with something original that would make sense in the actual animal world. But this time around, she's switched it out for a much classier jacket, a nice little blazer with some pants. Yeah, she looks good. She looks really good. Let me know in the comments which Judy you like, the new one or the 2024 Mattel one. Or hang on a second, someone out there, I just know it, one of my viewers is twisted enough to like, where's the Judy? Now I can't find her. We'll just use Meadow-Made Judy, the original 2016 one. Oh, did I still put her on the cop car? No. Where did I put that Judy figure? It doesn't matter. She's not that good of a figure anyways. If I lose it, it ain't the end of the world. This one I'll still keep, though, because we still need an updated figure of a Meadow-Made outfit. But, yeah, until then, this is a great Judy. Oh, and finally, one last comparison. I know I keep saying one last thing, but look, I love Judy Hopps action figures, and it's not every day you get a new Judy figure. Here she is with the Reveltech Collector's figure. And again, it's no contest. The adult collector figure is much better on a technical level, but this is going to set you like $200 back, and this comes out to like roughly what? $3 when the price of each figure is taken into account, and that is just completely nuts to me. Okay, we have other characters than Nick and Judy in Zootopia, like our beloved new Gary. And this is one I don't have a comparison for because he's a new character, and he's just a little PVC figure. He rotates once at his fanny pack here he wears around. Look at his adorable little fanny pack. And his head rotates. And that's all you get. You know, I would have liked a longer one with a coil that bends, but, you know, this is a gift set, so you're not going to get the fanciest thing in the world. Again, the fact for $25 you get the whole movie in a box is just crazy to me. But I do know he's voiced by Kihei Kwan, who I love. I always loved him as Short Round back in the day. And who remembers trying to track down the rare Short Round action figure from the Indiana Jones collection back in 2008. I think it was actually early 09 that figure was hitting shelves, but this is a wild flashback. But I was a kid really into Indiana Jones. Like, I, at one point, ate, slept, and breathed indie like I do with Shrek now. I had a big indie kick that pretty much only lasted the summer of 2008, and that was it. But towards the end of the year, I really wanted the Temple of Doom wave, and my family, we searched everywhere, and I finally found Short Round at a Ross store, and I was so, so happy. But, you know, that figure has come and gone. But now, I have a new Kihei Kwan to add to my collection with Gary. Okay, next up. Okay, now we've got Finnick. This is kind of weird because the guy that plays Finnick is no longer with us. Yeah, he's dead, but he's going to be in the movie through archival footage. I don't know how to feel about that. That's a little strange. But we do have a figure of Finnick as a baby bunny here. I guess he's supposed to be Nick and Judy's child, which is a little strange, but it is exciting to have a figure of Finnick as a baby because, believe it or not, the original 2016 line did not include this figure. There was a regular Finnick and there was a big plush toy, but there was no basic figure of Finnick in his disguise with his pacifier. So, you know, he's not quite an elephant, but if you really wanted to, you could recreate those iconic scenes now with this figure. So that's that. Also, he's not articulated. at all, right? His hands, all the joints on mine stuck? No, he's just a non-posable slug figure. But he looks nice, so there's that. There's our Zootopia army coming together. And then we have Hogbottom, who is our new big bad. I can tell you right now, because this is a very imposing and evil-looking figure, and chunky, too. I mean, this is a big figure. And, yeah, and she, and yes, I believe this is a she, is our new big bad. And I have not heard her speak because I don't believe she's been in any of the trailers. So they're really keeping this character a secret. She is definitely police force, maybe like a SWAT tactical unit. But something tells me she's a bad cop because, I mean, look at that face. She looks like trouble. It would be really funny, though, if this movie pulled a reverse Disney twist villain and made this a good guy. Like, if this was the sweetest, nicest character ever. I would absolutely love that. Imagine this is, like, the best officer you've ever seen on the police force. That would be brilliant. But I know Disney loves their twist villains, and I can tell you right now, this has twist villain written all over it. And it's a nice figure. A real nice figure. And it kind of reminds me of... Oh, look, another figure Austin has off camera. But we got the big elephant guy from the first Zootopia movie. Remember him? He's the mean elephant. And I was wondering, like, maybe this figure, yeah, he's pretty compatible with the new line. You could use him. And then you could also use, if you really wanted to, Flash, 100-yard dash. He doesn't have a figure in this new line, which is really surprising. Maybe they'll release him as part of a series too. But thankfully, he was part of the Mattel Zootopia line from last year. So you could use the Mattel Flash with the new Nick. And, you know, they look really good. You know, what do you call a camel with 3 humps? Long pause. Pregnant. You call it pregnant. Pregnant. Let's continue the review, Austin. Okay, enough of that shtick. Obviously, not all of these are going to be compatible. Like Clawhauser from the original line, he was, like, woefully undersized when the line came out. And now, like, yeah, that, maybe. You really have to use your imagination a little. I know for kids this type of stuff isn't going to matter. But for us adult collectors, you know, keep in mind that the 2016 figures are, for the most part, not compatible with the new stuff. Again, not like that matters because the new stuff is so much better. Look at the face on that Judy again. Like, I don't know, guys. I'm in love. I can't stop staring. Okay, next up is Pobbert Linksley, a new cat character. Initially, I was very excited for this figure because I thought he was voiced by Macaulay Culkin, who I quite enjoy. Not just because of, you know, Home Alone and all his classic roles when he was a child actor, but because of his stuff with Red Letter Media. If you guys watch Red Letter Media, Macaulay Culkin is like a part of that comedy troupe, and he's great, man. He's just great. But turns out Macaulay Culkin is in Zootopia too. He's going to play Pobbert's brother, not Pobbert. So this is not Macaulay Culkin, sadly. This is Macaulay Culkin's brother in the movie. I really don't know what this character is. Maybe he's a twist villain too. I mean, look at the raised eyebrow. Wait a second. This guy's doing a DreamWorks face in our Disney toy line. I can never escape DreamWorks, guys. Truly. But the sweater on this one looks really good. Look at the detail on that. That's incredible. Again, I keep repeating myself, but these figures, they're a slap in the face to the idea that you can't make cheap action figures with good details. Because, I mean, look at these. You know, they're not going to have the best paint apps or articulation in the world, but they have it where it counts. You know, you have ball joints, and with a couple of ball joints and modern sculpting, you can get a really competent action figure for cheap. Yeah, this is a nice figure. I like this. I don't know who this character is, but I like this figure a lot. That is a nice figure. Okay, finally, I saved the best for last, the figure we all wanted, Gazelle as a figure. So let's get some of these guys out of the way so we can really see Gazelle here. Because the idea of an action figure of Gazelle is so crazy to me because she was ignored for the first movie. With the exception of, zoom out, the Gazelle fashion doll. And the fashion doll is always going to have the more movie-accurate sculpt. I mean, they even sculpted full on her body. It's crazy. And if you'd like to see a full review of this doll, you can watch it. I did it earlier this year when I was able to obtain this very rare doll that is so freakishly tall. She towers over the camera. Look at that. She looks like that lady from Powerpuff Girls. You know, the hot one we never see the head of. But yeah. And then what happened is, look, I'm not going to say it's my video, and I sure hope it wasn't, but that doll became unobtainable after that video. Like, I think I paid 50, 60 bucks for this doll, and now this doll goes for well north of $200, which is insane to me. Truly, this doll deserves a re-release. I want to see the secondhand market for this doll destroyed. Everyone should be able to get this doll, because it's so good if you could see the full doll. But Gazelle's gonna leave the shot now. She's off to become the new assistant to the mayor of Zootopia, whose head we will never see, because we have a new Gazelle, a much cheaper Gazelle figure that I think is really nice. For one, let's talk about the new outfit. This is the first time I have seen Gazelle's new outfit. I don't believe it was featured yet in the trailer, unless I missed something. And wow, I mean, she looks great. Look at the gold. With the cape here, with the scarf. This must be related to some scene in the Southwest. The, what do they call it? The the Sahara District in Zootopia, the desert, because something about this outfit with this cape just screams Southwestern to me. Maybe it's just because I live in the Southwest and I like the desert so much, but I want to believe we will get Desert Shakira performance in the movie. And the head sculpt on this one is simply divine. Her tilted eye, her little smile with the hair covering her face, it's perfect. It's kind of amazing how much this animal conveys Shakira. Like, Shakira really did get the best persona of all time, because this is just the singer's Shakira. Like, what I especially love about Gazelle is they didn't just take a popular celebrity, throw a bunch of money at him, and have him voice a character. They actually crafted the character of Gazelle with Shakira. She played a part in designing her. Infamously, Shakira said that the original design for Gazelle didn't have enough meat on her bone, and they needed to give her a bigger posterior region in order for her to sign off on the character. And probably this figure too. I imagine Shakira would have some creative control over toys directly based off of herself. And, I mean, it's perfect. This is a great figure. So, let's take the cape off of her and see how she looks in the gold. Oh my god, she looks so great. This set is worth it for this figure alone. Look at this figure, guys. It is perfect. Absolutely stunning and amazing. So, let's give her desert cape back. Shakira is going to sing a pop song and assemble all of our characters for a big DreamWorks dance party. Are you ready for a Shakira song? In 3, 2, 1. This audio has been stripped by the Zootopia PD. Gazelle is currently wanted for felony tax evasion in Zootopia. If you know any of Gazelle's whereabouts, please try everything to contact us. Okay, but seriously, I can't play any music, so you just have to imagine Shakira singing in your head. And if she can stand, there we go. There is our Zoo crew, the Zootopia 2 action figures. So what do I think? Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I kind of feel like all my old Zootopia collecting videos were kind of useless, because these figures are a direct upgrade from the original. Now, these are the Zootopia 2 figures, so of course the costumes and characters are different, so you'll still want to grab the original toys. But if you just want Nick, Judy, Gazelle, those characters for your collection, this is far and away the best Zootopia figure collection we have ever got. They look amazing, and not only is the price point great, but the detail is there. And these toys are just fun. They're fun to move and play with. They don't feel like they're gonna break at any moment, and you can really just have a ball with these figures. I'm really happy to have these, not just as a Zootopia fan, but as a cartoon and animation enthusiast. I just love seeing big new cartoon movies get action figures. It's kind of rare these days. I mean, movies like The Bad Guys 2 come and go without a single action figure, and it kind of breaks my heart. So to see fully articulated action figures, not figurines, not kids' meals, but actual action figures of a new animated kids movie makes an adult collector like me very happy, and I'm sure you too. But let me know in the comments what you think of the Zootopia 2 toys. Will you be picking some of these up? But that's all I've got for today. So from the late night Gazelle concert in Zootopia, have a happily ever after. These videos wouldn't be possible without the support of viewers like you. A huge special thanks to Griffin Newman, Pizza Topping, Binks, Don Tizzle, The Layered Ogre, Sailor Laws, Bonzario, Telephone Wire, Love Monster Fanatic, the Luke Rosati, Jidjip, Antonio Bocina, Pladley, Tucker Time, Jamie, SMO3, Shotgun Justice, and Boa Usta. If you'd like to see your name up here, consider supporting the channel with a 99-cent monthly donation. But a huge special thanks to you for watching the video all the way through.